outside right now, and guess what? You can hear this sound. Is water wet? Oh, I don't know. Is water wet? I'm gonna go prove that water is wet to you guys right now. Is water wet? Oh wait, I don't know. Is water wet? You guys see that water over there? Is that water wet? Oh, I don't know. Is that rain wet? Oh, I don't know. So let me ask you this. Let's say I open this door. Let's just say I open this door right here. If I go out there, am I gonna get wet? Let's just say I stand here. Is water wet? Let's just say I go outside and I stand right here. Am I wet? Is water wet? You see my watch? Is my watch getting wet? Am I getting wet? Am I getting wet right now? Let's see, I stand right here. Am I getting wet? Oh, I don't know, am I? Is my skin wet? Is that water wet right there? Is that water wet? So you see all those raindrops right there? Or is that wet? Oh, I don't know. Maybe so. Am I getting wet? Is my shirt wet right now? Is my hair wet? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is. Or are my shorts wet? Is my camera getting wet right now? Hey, let's go over here. Is that wet? Oh, I don't know. Is it wet? Oh, I have no clue. Let's say I go outside and I just stand here. Am I getting wet right now? You see this? Getting wet right now? Well, I don't know. Are my shorts wet? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's common sense that water's wet. Look at this. Is water wet? I don't know. If I go stand right here, is water wet? Is water wet? Is water wet? Oh, wait. I don't know. Is water wet? Okay, first of all, let's start off with the definition of wet. Covered or saturated by water or another liquid. But here's the real question. Is water covered or saturated by another liquid? Yes, water is saturated by water, so water is wet. The definition of wet means covered or saturating something. Water is saturating itself. Water. Science. Until you guys shrink down and you can see one molecule of water, H2O, then water is not wet.
If you have one, only one, then water is not wet. But if you have more than one, water is wet. So if you go outside and you jump in a pond, you're gonna get wet, and that water that you in is wet. Because in that pond, there is more than one molecule of water.
I don't think I've ever seen just one. If you guys can show me one, just one, then I'll believe you and I'll delete this video. But until then, no. No thanks. I'm good. Okay, so all jokes aside, is water wet? Science with Collin. Science with Collin. Until you shrink down to the atomic size, until you can just see one molecule of water, then water is not wet. But if you see more than one molecule of water, water is wet. I've asked people before, if I have a bucket of water and I stick my hand inside that bucket of water and I ask them if my hand is wet inside that water, they say yes. But then I take my hand out and I just have the bucket of water and I ask them, hey, is that water inside that water wet? And they say no. But my hand is matter and water is matter. Matter can get wet. See? I mean, you guys can have your own opinions on if water is wet or not, but how can water get other stuff wet if water's not wet itself? Just guys, water is wet. Even if you guys don't think water is wet, I still love you, but water's wet. Just believe it. Water's wet. Other than that, hit this like button. If you guys don't think water is wet, hit that like button. And if you guys think water is wet, hit that like button. So either way, I think you gotta hit that like button. Water is wet!